Hey guys, Brix back with another LEGO Transformer review. I know it has been a while, I have a lot of stuff going on, but today I'm off and I'm going to be knocking out a whole lot of reviews, so I should see a lot more consistent videos. But let's get right into it. Today we got for you G1 Reflector. Let's check it out. Alright, so here we finally have G1 Reflector. I built this guy special for Brix Fair in Virginia. He's one of the 25 Decepticons. I think it was might have been 20, but I built 25 Transformers specifically for Virginia, and we are going to be knocking those reviews out throughout the rest of the year. So as you can see, he's the dude that, like, not the dude, but he's actually the three dudes that combine into a camera mode. So I thought that was pretty cool. Very few people have done this before, or at least, you know, have done it successfully. So I wanted to take a crack at it, and I think it came out pretty good. Came out pretty decent. So there's really no articulation in camera mode. As you can see, it's pretty much doing everything that it can do right now. So you got these accessories right here, like a little flash. That pretty much comes off. See how that's built. This all technically opens up, but I mean, for no purpose at all. It's just the way it was designed. We have the little viewfinder part up here, which is just a real simple build. It was kind of scary. After Virginia, I thought I lost these pieces and I was gonna have to like order all new parts to make them a camera. I only had like the figures. Here we have, oh, that's not supposed to come off. A little not the lens, it's the thing that's in front of the camera. You guys know what this is, right? Alright. This is supposed to stay on the chest of the main dude. And there he is without any of his little accessories. So, to break him apart, pretty much just grab him by the shoulder right here. Separates into 3 characters. Ideally without anything falling off. I'll probably have to zoom out for you guys so you see everything. There we go. So how he connects, pretty much, the middle guy has all the studs, where he has 2 studs on that side and 2 studs on that side. Hope you guys can see that. There you go. And the dudes on the ends, they have the little ports that the studs go into. And the way you could tell is because on the hips, like this guy, he has the hole right there, which means he has to go in that way. He cannot go on this side because he doesn't have the hole on the hip. So that's how you're able to kind of differentiate which one goes where. Now these guys do have specific names each. You got Spectro, Spyglass, and Viewfinder. I believe this guy should be Viewfinder. I believe this guy with the button right there is Spectro. And I believe the guy that holds this thing right there, I think that's Spyglass. Correct me down in the comments if I'm wrong, but I tried to study up on these guys before Virginia, and that was in August, so that way nobody caught me off guard. But yeah, nobody knows that these guys each have individual names. They just look at them and say, oh, that's Reflector. Yeah, that's the group. That's like saying, oh, that's Wu-Tang Clan. You gotta pick out method. You know what I'm talking about. But, yeah, so they all pretty much have very similar transformations except the middle guy, of course. So we're gonna start off with Spyglass right here, where what we do is fold these legs out. Real simple, basic transformation. Bend these around. Right there, kind of bend at the waist, rotate, and ideally you just want to, you know, kind of fold it in, you know, like my little typical waist gimmick, to where it folds in like that. These guys do get really tall, and they're probably some of my tallest Transformers to date. They're still kind of deluxe class, but yeah, there was no way to build them smaller with, you know, getting the type of transformation that I needed from them. So you got the arms like so. And then for the head part, we're going to bend this part down right here. It's on the rocker. So all of that is still there, intact. That bends down, and we got the head tucked in right there. I'll just grab that and bring it up on some robot arms. Which is pretty cool. And then we're going to fold in this little peripheral right there that holds on to the accessory. And that'll fold in right there into the back. And there we have spyglass hanging out right there. And this is why I do the little waist gimmick that I do, because sometimes you just really need to in order to kind of shorten them out. I do have somebody ready for size comparison, but I probably won't want to do that, only because whatchamacallit, they're really tall. They're like way taller than I would like them to be. But this guy pretty much transforms in the same manner. Spin that around like so. Flip the legs all the way up. It's going to kind of speed by this guy because it's pretty much the same mirror image of that guy. And it's crazy because people recognize this guy from my display. From like across the room, they saw him, they instantly recognized him. And that was the thing, the funny thing about doing my displays at the conventions is that people love the Transformers and they instantly recognize so many of them. They just can't get the names right because, you know, this was like so many years ago. So, I mean, honestly, like 2 or 3 years ago, I would have been in that same boat where I recognized a lot of them, but just I wouldn't be able to name them. I love Transformers, but there's no way I'm going to remember hundreds of names over the course of like 20 or 30 years. But I had to study up on them in order to build them. Somebody said, hey, who's that? I had to, you know, actually give them an answer, you know? So here we have Spectro, I believe it is. And for the middle guy, this transformation is somewhat easier, only because he's like kind of already in the mode that I need him to be in already, instead of having to do so much of the legs and stuff. But his arms are a little different, only because being that his legs fold up towards the back, there was no space for his hands to go. So as you can see, his hands are kind of just like not there until we rotate them and flip them out. So that was one of the things that probably took me like a half hour to figure out, honestly, when I designed this guy. Keep in mind, I had to design like 25 of these guys all within a matter of like 2 weeks. So this is probably A grade, but you know, just not A+ grade. I don't know. You guys let me know. Fold that out to the back and same head transformation. Fold up that. And there you have all three dudes that make up Reflector. Very nice, very nice. And I mean, I didn't really make any gimmicks for these guys. I know this is supposed to kind of like fit on the back or something. Or an original G1 toy, this would actually split up and be like giant shoulder pads. And I thought that that was kind of crazy and probably impossible to do on a deluxe scale model. So I was like, all right, that's pretty much what they do right there. And I'll make this guy kind of hold this up like a keg or something whenever they're on display. Kind of like that, you know. This guy's supposed to be able to hold this like a gun, but I thought that that would look kind of silly to hold a big light box as a gun, so I just was like, nah, it's not really that important. That looks kind of cool. It looks like now they're going to like a frat party or something, but or you could use it as like a giant beam gun type of thing. So, but I did take into consideration with this guy, if I did want to include that bad, then I could kind of flip this out and attach that to that little stud right there, like so. And then he could kind of like shine light on his enemies or something. Light of impending doom. So there you go. So let me take this down so it doesn't fall and embarrass me or anything. But as far as articulation, everything is on ball joints. I really try not to use this piece as much as possible, or try not to use it as much as I do, because I know it is very scarce. It's the, come on, focus. There we go. It's these pieces right there, the little like a round stud with the ball. I mean, they are really hard to find, and I'm pretty much buying all of them up, which makes it difficult for you guys to buy them. So if you do want instructions for this guy, definitely make sure you go to brixmediastudios.com, get them immediately, and try to buy these pieces up before I do. I had to buy like maybe 30 yellow ones just so I could substitute for like not using the light gray ones. But Lego, if you're out there listening, please begin making these pieces again. We really need these. These are like some of the most awesome pieces ever made. The little maxi figure ball, small toe ball joints. There you go. It's kind of difficult to say when you don't say it every day, but articulation, you got the knees 90 degrees, got ankle articulation, ball jointed hips, all the good stuff that you're used to from my figures. I will reluctantly show you a size comparison. Let's see who we got. This guy, who you probably don't know, but this is Red Wing. He is one of the few known, the lesser known Seekers that use the same mold as Starscream or the same design. I think he's like one of the coolest ones just based off of his colors. He looks pretty dope. So as you see, they are about a head taller than the standard Seeker mold. So I mean, typically they're supposed to be maybe down here, maybe a head shorter than him. But yeah, like I said, there's no way I could kind of work that in based on their transformation. Alright, so you got these guys. Let's do a close-up so we could do some spins and stuff. But these guys came out pretty good. Obviously once you figure out one, you figure out the other three, but that wasn't necessarily the case because I had to figure out the middle guy. The middle guy had to have this thing attached to it, and it had to be connected to his chest. I couldn't connect it in the back and make these guys flush the way they should be, but they still came out pretty dope. Very nice, very nice. So this is BX Brix. Thank you guys once again for liking, subscribing, sharing, commenting, all that good stuff. I do try to read and reply to as much as possible. And please guys, make sure that you're sharing this stuff. Like, I have like about over 12,000 subscribers. Not 12,000, imagine that. I have over 1,200 subscribers. And the videos are only doing like 200 or 300. And you guys are saying, hey BX, you deserve more fans. The only way to do that is by helping out and sharing the video to all of your friends so that they can see them like, oh, this is cool, and they can share it and so on and so forth. But I do appreciate each and every one of you guys for watching, and keep coming back to this channel. I got a lot more reviews on the way, and like I said, if you want to get instructions for Reflector, make sure you go to brixmediastudios.com. I'm going to put it somewhere up there. There's my other finger up there somewhere, or maybe down there, who knows. But everything's going to be down in the links in the description below down there, so check that out. I got tons of other instructions and a lot more stuff on the way, so I will see you guys next time. Peace.